Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. And guys, we have breaking news on the Trump assassination attempt in Butler, Pennsylvania. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. And if you're not watching us on YouTube, guys, please follow that address in the lower right-hand corner. Type it into your address bar, youtube.com/@ExplainAmerica. Hit subscribe, absolutely free. It really helps us out. Guys, the FBI has just released new photographs from the unfortunate assassination attempt, which, thank God, Jesus and the Holy Spirit, was unsuccessful. However, there's new information coming to light with these photographs. Still, the FBI does not know a motive, and it looks like, to me, just from what I'm reading, this would-be assassin did not have particular political ideologies. It was more like how a kid, unfortunately does something like this and tries to have a mass, event. And this seemed to me to be one of those things, pardon the fly. It is summertime. But unfortunately, and very fortunately, I should say, he was not successful. That being said, we have this new information from the FBI. I want you to take a look at it. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Now to the breaking news in our Law and Justice League. New details about the attempted assassination of former President Donald Trump. The FBI just released these pictures of the shooter's gun, his backpack, and the explosives found in his car at Trump's rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. I want to bring in CNN's chief law enforcement and intelligence analyst, John Miller. John, the picture of the gun, why is that significant in your mind?
Well, one of the burning questions has been circulating: how is it possible that with Secret Service, police, crowds around, a person was walking around with a long rifle and able to scale a rooftop and appear, there for, we learned today, 6 minutes on the rooftop before opening fire on a former president of the United States? But if you look at the second picture, which is the rifle has a Magpul folding stock, so you can fold that back. You can remove the barrel, and then there's just a lower receiver. Side by side with the backpack, you could see you could fit all of that in the backpack, and now you're not a guy walking around with a rifle that's over 3 feet long. You're a guy walking around with a backpack, and these elements are inside and could be assembled. We also learned about the explosive devices that were found in the trunk of the car, and we learned some really interesting things about how long he had been studying these things, including, making a device going back to 2019 even. We learned he got up onto the roof by climbing on that air conditioning unit we just saw and then boosting himself up. So the images helped us a lot in visualization of some of the things that have been hard to explain.
What did you make of the fact that the FBI says the shooter had no definitive ideology that they could find? He wasn't left-leaning, he wasn't right-leaning. What does that tell you?
Phil, that's a fascinating question because it goes to the offender characteristics of assassins that we've been tracking since Lee Harvey Oswald, in terms of what makes these people tick. And what we know is that 68% of them go into these plots with the plan, the main motivation of injuring or killing their target. We know that 40% of them go into it with the added motive of wanting to achieve notoriety, and that 22% of them have the idea that they're also going to get killed in the process. So you have a little suicide by cop built in. So what we find with these characters, in the research of each one and the interviews with those who survived, is that they often had the plan to do an attack before they had the why. In this case, we know that from the FBI briefing today, he researched Donald Trump, he researched Joe Biden, he researched a number of other people, but not as much in the political swirl. But then he became singularly focused, they said, once he saw that Donald Trump was coming to a rally near where he lived.
Yeah, you have cautioned me several times. Don't expect some clear-cut, clean answer as to the why here. This certainly demonstrating that once again. John Miller, as always, my friend, thanks so much.
Thanks, Phil.